The video I put up today about you can't be saved unless you're a mystic, I recorded it twice. And today's one I recorded and I just noticed the volume was really down because I didn't turn on the mic. But the whole topic of union with God, we tried to capture it with the School of Mary. And everything went against this topic being further discussed for some reason. We had the storms and other things have stopped it progressing as we would like. And even the video I'm doing, I'm reading to you a Benedictine monk's book. This isn't anything that I've invented for you. I'm trying to capture people's imaginations, like Archbishop Dermot of Dublin is saying in Ireland, we need to capture your imagination on this. The Christian life, the Catholic life, the mystical life. People are missing out with that soul experience of experiencing God's love. That's what mysticism is. God wants to be experienced by us. He's not off there. No, I'm going to keep myself so hidden you won't know it. You won't have a clue who I am. You'll have to wait to heaven and then in beatific vision you might understand who I am. God has lavished out his love. He sent his word, his son, to talk to us. You know, the mystic Maria Valtorta, as many have said, not just that previous video that by Father Iannuzzi, but also you have Blessed Gabriele Allegri and Ruschini, the popes. Even Pope Francis has encouraged us to continue to promote and read Maria Valtorta, the current Pope Francis. All of these speak of that overflowing love that the Father wants to lavish on us. And you cannot be saved in the sense that you cannot enter God's presence without corresponding with that love, uniting yourself to that love, acting like the Father wants us to act. You know, God so loved the world, he sent his only Son, so that we may know and love and live and act as the Father wants us to act. And this is a lifelong experience. This is a lifelong journey. It's a pilgrimage. You know, you could read all of the saints and all of the fathers of the church, and you will hear about this path. So mysticism, Catholic mysticism, is the encounter of love. It can sound very wishy-washy. I know some people say, oh, this is wishy. How do I do this? Or explain it to me. But like, how do you explain knowing and loving something or loving someone? You know, how do you explain that? The only way to explain it is to experience it. And once you've experienced it, why would you think, live, or act in another way? So look, I'm trying to capture people's imaginations. I'm reading out The Mystical Life by Don Louis Smith, who is a Benedictine monk who wrote this during the First World War. It's a very short book, very concise, but kind of gives you a lot of food for thought. And you could build on that so that you can capture people's imaginations. Catholicism is mystical. And the tradition, capital T, the tradition that we need to pass on to the next generation is the tradition of leading souls into that mystical union with God. That is it. That is it. Everything in the Catholic Church, our rosaries, our masses, our confessions, our prayers, our chaplets, our chapels, everything is all pointing in that one direction. At the center of all of this is pointing us, go to the love of the Father. You know, sometimes it's just not easy to kind of bring it out to you, but it's all there. It's all in the traditional teaching of the church. And when I say traditional teaching of the church, it is what Christ has passed on to his disciples. Christ formed mystics. Christ formed mystics. It's in a nutshell. You read Saint Paul. He's a mystic. You read St. John, the Apostle. Christ formed mystics. He formed his disciples to have union with him and to participate in his mission, to be other Christs in this world, to be the light of this world, and if we capture this, and I think it's going to come out from Ireland. This is something that really starts from Derry in many strange ways, roundabout ways, and it's very interesting, but kind of starts from Derry in an interesting way, and will go out to the world. Once you understand that soul experience, you cannot let go of it. You cannot let go of knowing God. But anyway, I just want to Siri is here dictating stuff at me. I just wanted to bring that in today, because I did 2 videos and they didn't all work out okay. But in essence, I want to set you off in that journey, because everybody has to do this journey. It's a private journey. It's a private pilgrimage, really, in knowing the love of God, that wants to have a personal relationship with you, wants to personally unite himself to you. Anyway, God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.